Hey everyone, welcome to the Game Society Pimps podcast. This is the third or fourth one? No, this is the third one for August 2016, and it's only for Patreon backers, so thank you if you're listening to it. You must be a Patreon backer or you stole this. But either way, thank you very much. I'm Adam Korlick.
A.K.A. Anal Vibrator.
Oh yeah.
I'm Aaron, a.k.a. Wango Zatango, and with us today is who the fuck are you?
Who is this? Oh,
Who
man.
is this?
Surprise out of nowhere. This is Lucas. I like to call myself a video editing pimp.
Yeah,
So,
he's the guy.
Can we say your last name?
Sure, Fauble. Lucas Fauble. I don't know why I don't
See, I
say
was
that
going to
in
actually
there.
have a debate about that, see if it's Fauble or Fable or Fiable.
Or
Whatever you want to
Fayou.
say. Lucas Fob. Lou Fob.
The Fob.
The
Lou
Fob.
Fob.
Yeah.
All right.
Lucas is the guy who edits a lot of our videos these days, like Disney, like Gang Beasts. You've seen his work. You didn't even know it. He's a crack master of editing.
Haha.
Welcome to our patron-only podcast. I guess we got a question here to answer. Is this from one of our patrons, Adam?
The first question?
Yeah.
No, it's just something to talk about.
Oh, a nice, pleasant opener? God, that's
Yeah,
fucked
fuck
up.
that. Should I get rid of it?
No, it's fine. We can talk about it quick. How's
No.
our summer been?
Oh.
Let's start with Lucas first because he's,
All right.
he's a guest here.
Yeah, how's your summer been?
Oh, it's been all right. It's been pretty good. It's been hot. Just moved to a new place, and the AC's been pretty shit. But other than that,
Yeah,
been-
that's rough.
it's been pretty decent. You know. How about you guys? How's summer? Summer in Chicago.
How's summer in Chicago, Adam? Although you haven't been there for most of the damn summer.
I'll answer that, but we'll
I mean,
yeah. Aaron doesn't live in Chicago.
right. It's just the nearest city. I always, whenever anyone's asking me like, where are these guys from? I'm like, around. They're around Chicago. It's near there.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I mean, Chicago's a real place. Where Aaron lives is not real, so it's good.
It is. It's a fucking fantasy land. It's so dreamy and wonderful. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
It is a place where a crystal shop can be successful.
I've had a great summer. Adam has been gone most of it, so that's been a bonus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've
that
been
was
traveling
nice.
everywhere.
Yeah,
all
I'll tell you
over
all
the
about
place.
it soon.
Yeah, not now. We've already heard about your bullshit.
I was just gonna do a quick list of stuff, but
Oh,
fine. What an
Christ.
Oh,
Oh,
See what I have
don't
to
do
deal
it.
with, Lucas?
Oh,
Our
God.
We don't have
Patrons-
time for you. We're moving on.
Our patrons already know all about your horseshit summer.
Okay.
Let me tell you about my summer. Well, let's see. I sat in my house and worked all
Yep.
summer,
Feel that.
except for like last week when I got to go up to be on Lake Superior for a week and then bask in the beautiful, glorious sunsets and get bit up in the water by shit flies and stuff. It was great.
Bloat flies.
Bloat flies, yeah.
There, yeah.
You got hurt. That's funny.
It was boat fly punching time.
People like when you get hurt, like in Disney.
Yeah, you son of a bitch.
It's
That's
true,
over now,
though.
though. That shit's over now, though. Huzzah!
It's done.
Huzzah for the end.
We're done.
It is for now.
Never
we'll see
again.
what happens.
No,
I
it's
love
done.
that series. I love
Me too.
every part of Aaron's suffering.
Wouldn't
It
you
Oh,
agree?
it's great, isn't it?
It's great.
Wouldn't you agree though that this episode is gonna be the nail in the coffin? I mean, there's no coming back.
I mean, there's you guys push it as far as it can go with every episode. I feel like so. It could always get worse.
Here's the thing. All right, so at the time we're recording this, the video just came out, so I'm reading a lot of the comments as they're coming in.
Yes.
And people really like this. They think it's really funny that Aaron's getting hurt and he's sad, and that's generally the usual reaction. In this case, it's still there. So
Sick motherfuckers.
And
people
more
love
and
to see you in pain, Aaron.
Evil, evil people.
As long as people keep buying that whiskey, man, there'll be more Disney. I'm sure.
Yeah,
right.
That's the real abuse is to Aaron's liver.
I'm gonna need more and more of that. I'm gonna need more expensive liquor next time, like scotch.
You're gonna need a new liver, dude.
I know my liver's fine. I just need scotch to make it feel better.
I can't wait till that's a Patreon goal. It's like Aaron needs a new liver, so we're gonna have to.
God,
Come on, guys.
That'll be inevitable.
that's just around the corner.
Aaron wasted away his liver doing Disneyland adventures. Now it's your turn to help him.
That's just around the coroner.
the coroner.
Am I
You're
right?
dead soon.
I'm,
But yeah, summer's been pretty
I'm
cool.
doing puns for Femry.
Oh yeah, because femoral artery is not here.
Yeah,
Alright.
taking his spot, taking over.
Ephemeral.
Yeah, Lucas crushed it.
Tell ya.
Yeah, no, summer's been pretty cool. I've been bouncing all over the place. I was in Philadelphia. I was in the UK. I was in Ireland. I was in San Francisco. I was in St. Louis.
Yeesh.
Going back to San Francisco. Yeah, no, it's just been insane. I've been all over the place. I was in Toronto for a while.
Canada. How's the Tim Hortons up there?
Gross.
Ugh.
Fucking nasty.
They're nasty everywhere.
Yeah.
You've been
There is a distinct version between the American and Canadian ones. They are actually different. They're just two different types of gross.
Explain. How so?
You'd have to just try it.
Gotcha. Ugh.
It's just one of the first times I ever had Tim Hortons coffee in Canada. It tasted really salty, and I was like, "What the hell? Why is it salty?" And then I noticed there was like a big thing of like Morton's salt next to it, and I don't know if it was an accident or if they just do that at that one, but it was fucking gross.
That's a purely Canadian thing, I guess.
Yeah, I
it
think
was
that's
nasty.
like a prank that they played on you.
It was still awful.
Nobody does that.
Well, they do apparently.
Adam, you've been all around this great big world, but you've never been to you.
No, I've been to me.
Oh, you have? What was it
Yeah,
like?
I'm all set.
Yeah. What's
Yeah,
there?
I know what I'm doing.
What's there? Is it like a barren wasteland with no?
Yeah,
nothing?
pretty much. It's a place where it doesn't care about your opinions. It doesn't give a shit what you think of it.
It's
Pretty cool.
The only upheavals are like giant shrugs that cause like minor earthquakes.
Yeah, minor. They're
Very
not
minor.
that significant, but
Well, guys, fucking R2D2 took the big plunge.
you know the actor had a name, Kenny Baker.
Sure.
Yeah. So in case Lucas, you're not familiar, we often start off these things with a recent celebrity death
Okay, sure.
because we're terrible people. We are just the worst.
Got it.
He died, and as in R2D2's words, he bloop deep bloop bloop.
Wow.
Woo!
Yep,
You have a Star Wars fan film award, really?
I
Okay.
do. I know. It's for being a bastard.
It's because you like really didn't earn it. Like you don't know anything about Star Wars.
Kenny Baker
I was
is a
at.
personal
Go
hero of mine because for the most part, because like for most of my life, I never even knew there was a dude inside R2D2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that always confused me. And when I would see the production photos, and I'd be like, "Wait a second, this is strange. There shouldn't be people in there. That's
I know.
torture."
I know it is.
When I
It's-
went-
How hot is that? They're out in the desert in the middle of nowhere. Like, oh,
It must have been hell. It must have been. He must have. Oh man, he obviously didn't have claustrophobia, or if he didn't, he probably did afterward.
yeah.
Yeah, but he kept doing the movies.
That's
It was
true.
only
Well,
in the original trilogy, right? That
I think he was in Phantom Menace as well.
okay.
I mean, think about this. I keep playing Disney, and I just do it
Hey.
for the whiskey. So
Yeah, that's true.
Do it for the fans.
Yeah,
man.
because I went to Star Wars Celebration in London, and they had like tons of different like R2 units, and people have gotten to the point where they just make those and just drive them around the convention center without people in them. Like they're that good now.
yeah.
So he probably wasn't necessary after Phantom Menace, is my guess.
wow, that's really mean.
I meant from a production standpoint.
Yeah, Kenny Baker, you weren't really necessary after like the early 2000s, dude.
Yeah, well, he can't hear you because you killed him.
Dead piece of shit. That's what Adam was.
Wow.
I was paraphrasing what
That's
Adam
not
said.
what I said.
That's a paraphrase of what Adam
I made a
said.
logistical point about how he wasn't necessary from a production standpoint because they surpassed that technology,
That's
and you
cold.
took it to a dark
Some
place
cold
because you're
shit.
horrible.
You're a cold man.
Okay. Well, anyway, rest in peace, Kenny Baker. Thank you for making R2D2 even better.
Yes, absolutely.
Bye, Kenny.
Next up, we got a subject here that's actually video game related for once. The PS4 Slim, pictures of it were revealed, and we already know the Xbox One S, or the Xbox One Slim, if you want to think of it that way, is out now. Do you guys have any thoughts on the whole fact that we got like these new slim versions of the consoles all of a sudden?
Was this sanctioned by Michelle Obama? Was she like, man, your console's got to lose some weight, so we're gonna make some initiatives,
Yeah.
you know, with.
And then
some-
they were on Fox News saying, the First Lady is calling PlayStation fat. Your thoughts at 11.
fat shaming consoles.
I mean, they are definitely sexier. They are sexier pieces of equipment. Absolutely. But
I think the Xbox One S looks a lot cooler, but the PS4 Slim, it doesn't look nearly as cool in my opinion.
yeah, not. I mean, compared to the Xbox, not as well at all. But I mean, just purely aesthetic. We'll see
Yeah.
when it's sitting on my desk collecting dust. But
Are you getting one?
eventually, as soon as it's the as soon as the next 2 generations of consoles come out, then I'll finally pick one up. So, you know.
So did you just get a Genesis?
Oh yeah, I just got one. I'm pretty stoked about it. There's this game.
You heard about this Sonic thing that's coming
guy?
out?
Yeah, he's pretty big in my life right now.
I heard the Genesis was gonna bring Leonard Nimoy back to life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good joke.
Bam! Wow, I won. I did it.
You just keep bringing up death of like star characters.
I'm a
beloved sci-fi characters.
I'm a
you're
bad
horrible, Aaron.
person.
You're just a terrible monster.
I didn't used to be bad.
You've always been bad.
Okay. Speaking of Xbox Ones, what about the Xbox One Z?
What?
Yeah, I just saw a picture of that. Somebody sent me that, and I thought it was fake. So that's all I know.
Is it a real thing?
It's real.
I think it is.
Looks like a robe or something. You put it on. You're supposed to put your controller in the fucking pocket or something.
No.
You never have to leave your house. Sit there and watch all the apps and stuff on your Xbox One breaking and failing and not working. It's great.
Is there like a Dorito pocket and a Mountain Dew pocket that I could just like?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Brand integration. It'd be amazing.
I think there's stuff on the inside of the onesie that actually just like
dispenses.
Like actually injects it straight into your bloodstream, so you don't have to actually eat.
Perfect. I got to keep my hands free for the controller. So
exactly.
You know, the thing, Lucas, about that, they kind of toned down on that because they were becoming so stereotyped as just being always tied to Mountain Dew and to Doritos. They scaled it back a bit, but that is funny stuff.
It's Call of Duty's fault, man. Call of Duty brought all that on them. But yeah, dang.
Yeah, even though we kind of jumped past a little, I still wanted to talk a little more about the PS4 Slim and Xbox One S. Like, so I'm assuming neither of you have any intention of getting those soon.
No.
Those things are kind of interesting because the Xbox One S seems like it's got like a lot of improvements. Like it plays 4K Blu-rays and 4K like Netflix content, and it runs slightly better and more efficiently, etc. The PS4 Slim seems like it's just smaller, and they took some features out of it, like optical audio and stuff. So it's just like weird. Like it seems like the Xbox One S got a big improvement, and then the PS4 Slim kind of came down a bit.
Is the hard drive bigger? I mean, if the hard drive.
The Xbox One S has 3 different models: a 500, a 1 terabyte, and a 2 terabyte. We only know so far that the PS4 Slim is going to have a 500 gigabyte model, but I assume it'll have a 1 terabyte and 2 terabyte model.
Yeah, because we're to the point where you need a terabyte at least in a console.
Dude, even when those things launched, 500 gigabytes was too small.
It was. You
can put like 5 games on there, tops.
Yeah, it's bad now. Like I'm constantly deleting old stuff. Not that I play a lot of the old stuff, but even still, it's annoying as hell.
Yeah, I don't like it. At least the Xbox One supports external storage, which makes it way friendlier with that. PS4 doesn't, which is annoying.
Yeah, so annoying. Blech.
Anyway, sorry, I know we bored Aaron, so we'll bring up a subject.
Can we retitle this podcast Storage Thoughts?
Yeah, go ahead. You're the one editing it, you bitch.
Yeah.
You title whatever the fuck you want.
Title it.
Storage
Thoughts about.
Speaking of storage, there's
Storage Wars.
There's I have a very hard time with storage on my PC, and there's some new. I mean, I won't get into specifics. I don't want to reveal any videos coming up or anything, but there's Adam sent me about, what was it? 100 gigs.
It's like 150 gigabytes of bullshit.
Oh my goodness, because it's 4K footage, and god dang, I'm scrambling to get it all, just downloading bit by bit at a time. But
yeah, you the real MVP, Lucas.
Yeah, I think Adam spent about 4 days uploading all that footage.
Oh, it was more than 4 days.
I know.
Dude. My
they just
internet
kept
connection
rolling
is
in.
ass.
Would have been
My
easier.
internet connection is ass.
It would have taken.
It took at least a week.
It would have taken less time for you to drive to Pittsburgh and then drive to Madison and give us all the.
That is actually true.
Literally, just
and that's
drop
the
it
sad
off.
part. But no, that didn't happen. I was able to one day, like I went over to my mom's apartment for a bit, and I just decided I'll start uploading some while I'm here, and then realized her connection's like 3 times better than mine. So I was able to knock out like 10 of them in a day, as opposed to here where I can do like 4 in a day.
Jeez.
That's weird.
Irritating.
I was at your mom's there and I didn't see you.
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, she appreciated that. She sent you a thank you card. Did you get it yet?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Oh yeah. I got it in person.
Awesome.
Anyway, your mom's got an Xbox One Z. She looks really good.
She also has an Xbox One.
You said
Like, I'm not even joking. She actually has one.
really?
Yeah, she has no idea that it plays video games. She thinks it's like a big glorified like Netflix box.
I mean, it kind of
And,
is. It
that's
blows.
accurate.
It blows PS4 out of the water, like entertainment console wise.
She actually loves it. She's got the older model that has the Kinect, and she loves it because she uses it for like Skype and stuff. So she's just like, I
Yeah.
can yell at the TV, and all of a sudden I'm talking to my friends on my television, and just like blows her mind.
Yeah, I kind of wish I would.
And then I'm just like, it plays video games. She's like, it does what? What are you talking about? It just kind of reminds me, like, there's this old Seinfeld episode where Jerry gets his dad, like, what's called the Wizard. You know, it was like a Palm Pilot back in the 90s. And he thought it was just a calculator. And they're like, why did you pay so much for a calculator? And he just keeps trying to tell him, you know, it does other things. It does email, it does all this stuff. But that's all they think it is. So my mom, for the longest time, just thought the Xbox was a DVD player. And then eventually I was like, no, it does other things.
It does all the things,
But not well, so just use it for DVDs. That's fine.
Well,
That's ironically, she never uses it for DVD. She uses it just for Skype and like Netflix and HBO Go and all this shit.
yeah,
cool.
the apps blow
Anyway.
it out of the water.
I have an Apple TV for that shit. It's a lot smaller and cheaper. So,
But how's it? First of all, you have an Xbox, so what you're saying makes no sense.
well, yeah, but I use my Apple TV for all that stuff because it's way easier. And you know what? I can actually take my Apple TV to other places and like watch stuff. It's great. All I need is Wi-Fi. So good.
The problem is that you don't pay for like HBO regardless, like whereas she does. So like all you have to do is just put in like a little code and your Xbox connects to your television system. You don't have that. So you're doing HBO separately, right?
Yeah, I've got HBO now.
See, exactly. So there's a difference there. If HBO is part of your television setup, when you connect it to the Xbox, it's like just super easy. You just put in like this code and you're done.
I hope they make a Game of Thrones onesie. I would get that.
All right, go ahead.
All right, we got to talk about No Man's Sky, fuckers.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, we do. And this subject was actually specifically picked by Brian Blake. He's one of our Patreon backers, and he wanted to know all about the disappointment surrounding the reception of No Man's Sky.
I'm gonna cry.
And I think you would be best suited to talk about this.
All right, so I would like to start this out by saying no matter how amazing they made this game, everyone would have been disappointed,
Yeah.
even if it was better, even if it was twice as good as it is. There's so what they did is they
Wait,
set up-
twice as good as shit though? I mean, it's still shit.
well, we'll get into that because I don't think it's shit personally,
okay.
but
Okay.
the game was set up as the best video game ever to be made in the history of video games.
Sure.
And they're an indie company. They made a mistake. Everyone understands this. Some people want to punish them for it. I personally don't give a shit. I understand that they fucked up. They only have 15 people working there. They should have been more careful, but they weren't. They made a mistake. However, the game they were describing was like the best game ever. You fly around the universe exploring planets. You know, you meet your friends potentially, and you just like you explore the universe. Okay, it's like a game where you go out into the universe and explore, and you're amazed, and it's totally fucking mind blowing. Now, that didn't happen, and it's frustrating. However, the game that's left over from all the promises they made, I think, is still decent. I still think it's worth the $50 that I paid for it. I think the game that they were talking about creating, if they had actually successfully created it, they would have had to charge like $200 for it because it would have been the best fucking game in the history of mankind. But they didn't make that game, and I'm not surprised. There's a lot of frustrating things about this game. The main one being like the overall plot is just really fucking dumb. But I've been playing it a lot, and I've been enjoying it. And I know they're going to add things to it, and I'm not saying those are going to redeem it by any means. But I am saying that I think people need to temper their expectations for stuff like this sometimes, because what they led us to believe was going to happen was an impossible video game.
Yeah. Hype.
It would have been it was hype, and it would have been the best video game ever made in the history of humankind, and that's what everyone was expecting. And of course they failed.
Right. They definitely can't live up to that. I mean, overhype can definitely kill a game, and that was shown in spades with No Man's Sky. I mean, like it really was billed as, you know, I saw people who aren't even into games on social media like, oh my god, have you heard about this video game coming out? Like, and it's, I mean, yeah, and like, didn't their studio have like flooding and stuff? Like, they went through hell to put this thing out.
Well, okay, and think about this. There was so much hype about the game, and everyone was so looking forward to it that when they didn't put it out on time, they got death threats.
Oh,
That is
geez.
true.
Yeah.
And so they were like, we got to get this game out. And they were like, they probably thought, okay, well, we're just going to have to fucking cut a lot of stuff out of the game so we can release it. At least it didn't turn into a situation where the studio was just like, we can't make this game. We can't even finish it because what we thought we were going to make is impossible. And they were just like, fuck it, fold, close, no game, you know? Like, imagine people's disappointment if they'd never made the game at all.
It is enjoyable. I mean, I spent probably 8 or so hours in it, you know, but it just comes down to the depth of the game. It's really, you know, not even living up to what they said. It's just like after you've seen 12 planets, you've kind of seen them all, you know. And,
Yeah.
But
yeah, like I've seen some really crazy creatures, and
Yeah.
you know that was pretty cool. But yeah, it does get repetitive. Some of the things I like about it are learning the languages of the aliens,
Yeah.
trying to find like a really good spaceship. And I know they're going to add some stuff with the DLC, like base building. They're going to add.
that's another thing. Like the DLC, they said, oh, we're going to do all free DLC, but now, you know, they go back on it. I mean, I understand they have to make money, but if you're promising stuff, people are going to want you to keep your word.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
considering-
you should go. Did either of you see Angry Joe's review of it?
I
Yes.
haven't.
Oh, you should go watch that.
The thing I'd say about his review is that, okay, so in the beginning, like, that's one of the most hilarious beginnings of a video game review ever. It's so good. He's just standing there mining and getting annoyed. And that's really funny. And I think a lot of his criticisms are on point. I also think that, so the whole, like, criticism genre of video games on YouTube is so over the top and
Yeah.
always has to find a million things wrong with video games in order to get views, in order to keep their audience interested.
Yeah.
So they can't be very forgiving. He had a pretty even-handed review, but I thought he rated the game lower than it should have been rated. But his, overall, I think his review was fine. I just think you get really nitpicky in order to just like find everything wrong with the video game. No video game is perfect. There's always going to be things that are wrong with video games. I know a lot of people are having crashing issues with the PS4. I never ran into that, but that's insanely frustrating. So I get why people are angry about it.
I did a couple times. I mean, I heard it was a lot worse on PC, but a few crashes.
Yeah, Steam was offering refunds.
I think PS4 did as well.
Yeah, they did, but they had like weird stipulations to it.
Yeah.
Like if you get, somebody was saying like if you get if you get the refund, then you can't ever re-download it or reacquire it. If you buy the disc, it simply won't work on your console. It's like locks you out.
Wow. Yeah.
Like they take it pretty extreme for some reason.
It's like a bad
I wish-
breakup. Just I'm never going to see you again.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know how much sense it would have made, but I almost wish that there had been a way they could have, worked out a deal with a bigger company to get more people working on it and make it like this.
Yeah, I didn't know the
best
team
game
was so
ever.
small. I didn't know there was literally like
Yeah.
15 of them doing it. I mean, it is
because it
is
has so
impressive.
much potential, and actually that's my main problem with the game is that it shows you that it has so much potential,
right.
but it doesn't deliver on that potential, and that's just heartbreaking. That's the hardest part of dealing with this game, is that you just see like, God, this could have been so good. And
To be fair, reviews like Angry Joe, like he ended by saying, "In its current state, I give it this."
That's
Meaning,
true.
Right.
we all know it's going to be updated. In fact, I will bet you a year from now, we're going to see some sort of definitive edition of that game that has all the shit bundled together at once, kind of like Destiny did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just it
And
just seems inevitable.
The modding community on PC is already doing a lot of cool stuff on it. I've heard.
Well, and
I mean, I haven't checked it
yeah.
out myself, but
That doesn't surprise me, and I mean the modding community could save this game.
Yeah.
They could totally save it.
definitely.
Just because of the sheer number of people that can work on it that way.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't fail. It's just now it's a mediocre game where it was supposed to be the greatest game of all time. You know,
Right.
now, people are definitely going to go back to it, and I was reading one article about it, how it's just as much of a hobby as it is a video game. You know, that exploration aspect of it, and it makes sense, but everyone wants to give it this like a polarizing view of just like, this is shit or this is the greatest thing ever, and really it's just in the middle, you know. Which is a little bit of a disappointment, but only because it was so overhyped.
If there had been no hype, if it had just been a small indie game
Right.
and it had come out and people didn't really know much about it, it would have gone a little bit nutty, I think. I think people would have been like, wow, this is actually, look at the potential this game has.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy it. It's this small indie game. Maybe they'll expand it, or modders will, and it'll be amazing. So yeah, that hype thing fucking...
And I love
fucked it.
procedurally generated games. Like I love games that like the Binding of Isaac and different like roguelikes and different things that give you a fresh game every time you go into it. And it's it's just sad. It's a little sad.
Yeah.
By it,
But I think we got to keep an eye on it, and
Definitely.
I think that because of the potential, you can't just discount this game. There's just still that potential is there, and it could still turn into an amazing game, or they might just be like, "Fuck it, we'll release the DLC and we're done with it." I don't know, but I hope not.
It's the same thing that happened with Spore. It was super overhyped, and then once it came out, it delivered on what it said, but it just wasn't exactly what people wanted, so.
Right. Yeah.
All right, moving on. We got a bunch of shout-outs here from other Patreon backers.
Shout out.
Aaron, you wanted to handle this?
Okay.
Just talk, mention them and talk a bit about them, because you know all of them so well.
I do. You know what? Like, so many of our patrons now, we play games with them, or we hang out with them on,
Yeah, I missed the last stream. I heard you guys were just playing for hours afterward in the after party.
Yeah. God, those after parties always end up going longer than the live shows. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
just-
the main show was 2 hours, and the after party was like 2.5.
Hell yeah.
And now we do have this Discord thing that we're setting up, so we can talk, actually talk with our voices to people more. And I'm getting to, become friends with a lot of people who watch our videos, and it's fucking, they're all really cool people, and they all have a really good sense of humor, and it's kind of blows my mind, Quality, we got quality fans.
Hell yeah.
Quality friends. So I'd like to give a shout out to Michael Vanderslice. He's the sliciest of all the Vanders.
Oh yeah.
House Vander.
Yep, House Vander. And Michael, I think you should get yourself a crown and just walk around with a crown. And like a royal robe.
Or
Maybe
an Xbox
maybe a
onesie.
onesie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Xbox
Ooh.
onesie and a crown.
Yeah, Luke is bringing it full circle here.
That would be awesome. Okay, Lucas, I'm going to give you the next shout out. It's for Grant, a.k.a. the mayor of Shantytown.
Shout outs to Grant Shantytown. Oh man, I want to go visit Shantytown. There we go.
He's the mayor. He can get you in.
Yeah.
He's the mayor.
Got to talk to him. Get a passport. I don't know if they're allowing visitors right now. I heard there's a lot of debates on whether or not people want to go to Shantytown, but I'd love to check
Get through
it out.
the wall.
Yeah. I
But
heard
But
they're
he's the
building a
mayor,
wall.
so he might be able to pull some strings.
There is a dress code. You got to wear ripped up like jackets and shirts.
just a barrel with suspenders. That's
Yes, you got to have a barrel of suspenders. That's the best dress code.
classic. But he has a sash over his.
Ben Barker, Adam, would you like to handle this shout out?
I will. Ben Barker is awesome. He's related to Bob Barker. He's his nephew or something. And that just proves that Bob Barker did not listen to his own advice. He was never spayed or neutered.
Yeah. Wow.
Ben
We like
Barker.
you, Ben Barker. We're glad that Bob Barker didn't get spayed or neutered so that you could exist.
Ben Barker. The best part about him is that he also punched Adam Sandler in the face.
Yeah. And he's like his other cousin was Ben Parker, so he's also kind of related to a superhero.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. He kind of punched Adam Sandler in the face. He's kind of related to Bob Barker, and he's kind of related to Spider-Man. It's fucking crazy. Ben Barker's legit.
Wonder if he's ever been to
He
Shantytown.
also. Yes.
Probably.
Only Grant is.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Grant has maximum authority.
He's the
over
mayor
Shantytown.
and the only person living in Shantytown.
Yeah.
Uh,
the sole resident.
Shout out to Ryan Rogers. He's a great man. He sent me a customized cape.
Oh,
Cape Date cape. It says Cape Date on it.
hell yeah.
Not date capist.
No, it's one of the coolest things I've ever received. And by the way, Ryan, if you're listening to this right now, check out Beer and Board Games this weekend because on Saturday, because Matt's going to open that gift that you sent him. We're finally going to open that.
Very cool.
So check that out. And final shout out is to Luis or Luis.
Luis.
Luis. Luis is my favorite.
Of the
member.
Luises.
My favorite member of all the Luises.
Nice.
They have as a
Who are
Facebook,
the other members?
Louis
Facebook group.
C.K. I mean,
Yeah. Luis.
No. It's spelled
Luis.
Luis.
No, yeah, but that's how Louis C.K. is spelled too. He's a
No, it's
He's
not.
a-
Louie.
no. You're misunderstanding me. There's a
it's his evil
a
twin,
guy-
Luis C.K.
Yeah, he's actually. You know how like bands have like cover bands that are named after them.
No, but go ahead.
This guy does covers of Louis C.K. bits.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, his name is Louis C.K.
God, that'd be horrible. Just the
Anyway,
comedians
Louis.
ripping off each other.
Well, but it'd be cool to see him just be really blatant about it.
Yeah.
Jesus. Whatever. I can't think of a. That's like the thing I associate most with Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Jesus. And I think that's because of Matt Sloan. I think that's Sloan's fault.
Yes, he does an impression. Anyway, thank you, Luis. Thank you, everybody, for being.
Yeah,
our
you guys are the best.
Much love.
You are. Yeah.
Yo.
Next subject. I just saw this and it really surprised me, and you'll see why. The Angry Birds movie is getting a sequel. I didn't
What?
know there was a first one.
Wow.
Think I did, but I mean, why would I see it?
For real.
I don't know.
I heard
I
about
just,
it,
like-
but yeah.
I play the game. That's enough. Come on.
I have played the game in the past. Where's my Flappy Bird movie, man? Come
Yeah, that'll
on.
never happen.
That'd be amazing.
The Flappy Bird story is way more interesting than Angry Birds.
Way more.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, Angry Birds was made to be a successful game. Flappy Bird was just one dude's, like, game,
Yeah.
and then it blew up, and he had to take
Yeah.
the game down because
And then he was like,
couldn't
"I'm
handle
too
the
popular.
popularity.
I can't." That's
Yeah,
awesome.
he couldn't deal with it.
I can't handle all this money. I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
That's so awesome.
yeah. It was a weird situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, Angry Birds, I thought that was kind of over. No?
No, not really.
Yeah.
What do I
Do
know?
people still play Candy Crush? And
Yeah, those
Oh, God,
mobile
yeah.
games that just kind of come and
Yeah.
go, you know.
or Pokemon
No, Angry
Go?
Birds has
Is that still
Angry
a
Birds
thing?
has like 10 different versions. Pokemon Go's kind of declining. I guess
It
someone
is.
just like killed somebody while they're playing Pokemon Go in a truck. So
Oh
that
god.
might be the end of it.
There are people who've walked off cliffs doing that shit.
Sure.
Yeah, they didn't die though. I think this is the first Pokemon related death. So
Oh jeez.
I don't think there's been an Angry Birds related death as far as I know.
Lucas, do you play that? Do you
I
play Pokemon
did.
Go?
I did for the first week, and
Well,
I mean it was a
If you do
cultural
any traveling-
phenomenon, you know, it was
Yeah.
huge.
if you do any traveling, you know, they different Pokemon appear in different places.
Yeah. I might have to do some
So that's
traveling.
weird. I don't play that shit, but that's what I've learned is that
Yeah.
apparently that's the case.
I haven't been back
Yeah,
to it
'cause
for
I would
a
go to-
while, but the memes are on fire. I love it.
I would go to these other cities and other countries and stuff, and everybody's like, "Oh, you need to look for more Pokemon." I'm like, dude, I don't fucking play that shit.
Like there would
You
be
weren't a Pokemon guy?
No, not at all.
Wait,
I can name like 2 of them.
the,
And everything I know about Pokemon comes from Smash Brothers.
sure.
in Ireland there was a Pokemon that you could get who's drunk and has a beer in his hand. In England there was like a Pokemon dressed like one of the Queen's guards.
Sure.
In Italy there was a Pokemon dressed like a chef with a big white hat.
I apologize to all of our European viewers. The comments made by Aaron Yonda do not reflect that of Game Society.
I thought
Pimps.
you were going to say something about an earthquake, and I was like, that's too much. That's
That's just Aaron, man. He's a horrible human being.
In America we have Pokemon dressed like Hicks with like
Yeah.
overalls.
yeah.
No. It's got to be like the disabled people on the fat cart.
Oh, that
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that would be the
uh-huh.
most American Pokemon for sure.
That's true. Like
Yeah.
for the
It's
like
a
Walmart.
Snorlax.
The Walmart,
Yeah, exactly.
Walmart people, yeah.
Borlax.
All right, so Angry Birds. Who gives a shit?
Not me. Moving on. So the next subject is interesting because this, I guess, just came out. PlayStation Network is finally going to get two-step verification, which is, I think, kind of cool because PSN gets hacked all the time.
Sure.
So PSN two-step verification is basically like when you sign into some sort of device like Google or Yahoo or Facebook or whatever. If it doesn't recognize the device you're on, it will like basically say, okay, we need to double check on that and like send you a text message on your phone, and then you plug in another code, and then it goes, okay, it really is you. It's just an extra security measure to prevent people from getting into your account. PSN is, I guess, finally adding that.
Thank God. They're constantly getting hacked, and
that's exactly my point. It's kind of amazing it took this long.
yeah. I mean, I've run into that problem with like Instagram accounts and shit, like just constantly people getting my info, and I'll look at my account and see that I'm following 200 new people, and I was like, wait a second, this is messed up.
How the hell? Why are you getting targeted on Instagram?
I know.
What are you doing?
I know. I don't know what's going on, man.
It's all the sexy pics.
I guess. Too many.
Yeah. If you want to, what's your
Too
Instagram?
many nudes up there. Lucas the Chin. That's me everywhere.
All right. So if you want to see him like imitating, you want to paint him like one of your French girls, head over there.
Yeah.
There's lots of great Lucas pics.
All the best.
If you want to hack, if you want
It's hot.
to hack his Instagram, head over there.
Yeah, please do. I mean, it must not be that hard. They don't have a two-step verification, so by all means.
Yeah. I mean, what's your password? Is it just your name? Because you're supposed to change that.
Well, you know, I've got some numbers after, so.
Oh, okay. So it's like Lucas 1.
1. Sometimes
Okay.
1, 2, 3, but.
Nice. But yeah, so PSN's getting two-step verification. Whoopee!
Yeah.
Great.
I'm glad.
Do we have
For real.
some like thoughts about storage though that we could talk about?
Oh, it would be nice if PlayStation 4 added storage.
Yep.
Okay. Good. We're keeping on.
I would even be willing to do an extra step verification if it would just give me external storage.
Yes. Give me 3 more steps verification for more storage, man.
Yeah, I'll take
Anything.
3-step verification. Fuck.
Anything.
Yeah,
I
if
would-
it gives me
I
an
would-
external hard drive.
I will trump that. I would take 4-step verification if I didn't have to pay $60 a year to fucking play online.
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah, I guess that's another kind of subject there. They're upping the price of PSN
No.
Plus, but they're not doing
PSN
it until
Plus.
next month. So if you still buy the subscription now, it's still good for a year.
Why? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's going from 50 to 60. It's because they can, dude.
Yeah. That's dumb. I mean, like that's why PS3 was. I mean, I enjoyed it more than 360. I know that's not the popular opinion, but you know, it was free online. I mean, what more can you want before?
It was also much more susceptible to hacks, though.
Well, sure, but like I say, I get hacked all the time, so by all means.
That's true. You got to stop with the Lucas 123s.
My credit card
Stop that
info's
shit.
out there, so go for it, guys.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like at the beginning of this podcast, he started just telling everybody's credit card information. We had to edit all that shit out.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Here's my, my ID number, like everything,
Like
Social
we
Security
were like
number is insane."
Kenny Baker died, and he was like 6874329.
And we're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I want to pay for his funeral." Jesus, Lucas, chill. Yeah, this episode's been very difficult to edit down. He just keeps throwing all his. He keeps doxing himself. Weird.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Final
So the next
topic.
Yeah.
Final topic. We don't have to talk about
All
this
right.
too much, but I believe this is the final DLC for the Fallout 4.
Is
I'm
it?
just gonna sit back and let you talk, man. This is all you.
Wow.
Nuka World.
Yeah.
And it's coming out next week, I believe on Tuesday, maybe midnight on Tuesday, something like that. And we're going to play it live next Thursday, I think. Depends on if Femry gets his car fixed or gets his leased car or whatever the fuck he's doing. I don't give a shit.
I assume he drives a pasta mobile, just made out of
yes,
spaghetti.
Yeah.
The car is definitely made out of pasta with all the problems it has.
So I'm excited about that. I think it's going to be. I'm guessing it'll be really fun. I have no idea, but I am excited about it. We're going to play it live. There's not a whole lot more to say about it. I'm kind of sorry that Fallout 4 hasn't excited more people than it has.
Yeah. I
going
love the
back-
little teaser trailer they had for it. The
Yeah.
little Nuka-Cola bottle and the cap. That was awesome. the teaser stuff has been amazing for Fallout 4. The whole strength thing that they had before the game was out, when they were explaining the abilities and such, like that was so dope. But
yeah, there's been a lot of good things about Fallout 4, and the DLCs have been pretty decent. I mean, I liked that they introduced crafting. There was some fun stuff to do with that. It was a little clunky, but
it's Bethesda. That's how they do.
It's Bethesda. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, we're doing a live stream of that shit.
Yeah.
You betcha. That's what I said.
Yeah, so we'll be doing a live stream of Nuka World. It'll be cool. You can watch it. It'll be fun. And you're a Patreon backer, so you can chill out in the after party too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So anything else you guys want to what else have we been working on that we could tell everybody about? Like we just did the South Park video. You have to fucking watch that. Shit's amazing.
Really good. Fucking.
Obviously, New Disneyland Adventures, one of the most horrible, vulgar things Aaron's ever produced.
Oh,
One of
God,
my favorite
I can't wait to go
episodes.
read the. I can't wait to go read the comments for that. Ugh.
It really is sick. Like Aaron really just exposed himself as being from a different generation with that one.
Yeah, sitting there editing it, just listening to him, just slur after slur.
I imagine you were like in tears
I was
most
crying.
of the time.
You-
Just like, I can't believe I know such a bigot.
You bastards! You tricked me. You were together on this. This was not me. This is all on your shoulders.
Hey, don't blame us, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. We are obviously right.
You just
The
had
video
too much
proves
whiskey,
it.
man. It's okay. It happens.
The one thing that I'll say is that the whiskey influenced me, and it was the reason I put on that gold suit.
The
And
gold suit. Oh my
absolutely.
God, that's so good.
When I was drunk, I thought that would be really funny, and now I watch it and I'm just like, why? Why did I why did I do that?
It gets even better when you stuffed a Mr. Potato Head down your pants.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're not thinking straight.
Love it.
Stay away from liquor, everybody.
Ugh.
Now
We'll end up-
excuse him while he goes and boozes up.
You'll end up in a gold, skin-tight gold suit with a Mr. Potato Head stuffed down your shorts.
Doing an apology tour on a podcast for saying racist things.
Exactly.
Sorry, I didn't mean it. Sorry.
But we've got some For Honor videos coming out. Those are going to be fantastic.
Yeah,
Lucas
that'll
is
be
going to
fun.
be heading up most of those, I
Hell
think.
yeah.
And of course, we've got Honey Pop, probably 7 Days is coming out on Sunday, and I believe we're going to get finally to the 77-day zombie attack. So that's exciting. That's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
You're gonna get fucked, son.
Yeah,
For
there was some crazy shit happened. Crazy shit went down. Also, our patron levels, we've reached above the required amount to make a 7 Days to Die live action second episode, so I'm going to start scripting that.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, I like to do it when it's a little bit safely above that, because like literally a guy could back out of a $5 donation and take us back below it. So you gotta,
Right,
little
yeah, we'll
safe
need a
zone there.
little zone
buffer.
of comfort.
little
But
buffer zone there.
I think we'll be
But
able
basically,
to
yes,
do
we
it.
are starting pre-production on it.
Cool. Hell yeah. You guys
And,
gotta get me editing that stuff, man. Throw some of that.
Yeah,
that
we'll-
my way.
Oh,
Just
I
come
always
out and you can just film the whole thing. Just come out and do it.
Sure.
Just do all the work.
Absolutely.
hell yeah.
Okay.
That'll be a bitch to edit that though. So you might not know what you're getting.
You might not
into.
know what you're asking.
Sure, definitely. Well,
Well,
all right.
yeah.
Thanks
that'll
for
about do
joining
it
us.
for us.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you,
dude,
Lucas,
thank you guys
for
for
filling
having
in
me. It's been a
for.
lot of fun.
Yeah, no problem.
Cool.
Thanks for
You
filling
bet.
in for Fucker Nuts or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Who cares? Yeah, been fun. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast, and we'll catch you next month.
This comes out monthly, of course, and we'll see you next month with the podcast. And there was we're gonna add that Discord reward to the $20 level, where you can go on and talk to other patrons, voice to voice, and sometimes one of us will come on there to chat as well. All right, adios. See you
Bye, everybody.
later. Sayonara.
Much love, pimps. Much love.